Question 36. Is there a difference between the terms spirit, soul and ghost? Firstly, the terms spirit and soul are so closely associated that they are often considered to have the same meaning. This is fine, since to most people they convey the same sentiment. Although strictly speaking, their meanings are a little different, although this difference does not detract from what they convey. Our spirit, in essence, is the power, the energy that every aspect of God possesses. It can be described as the spark of God that gives us life. All life, everything, is spirit, whether consciously developed to some degree or not. The soul, on the other hand, is our individualized embodiment of the spirit energy. To repeat this to be as clear as I can, it can therefore be said spirit is power and soul is embodiment, or form. On earth our form is visible to our earth plane rate of vibration, and in spirit life our soul, form, is visible to those on the same level of spirit expression in the appearance that is desired. In a sense it could be said that soul is substance. However, it is eternal, indestructible or divine substance. The spirit and soul naturally go hand in hand. At our level of progression, the human level, we cannot have spirit without soul, nor can we have soul without spirit. When our time comes to leave the earth plane and return to the spirit world, we generally continue to use the appearance of our latest incarnation. So we naturally recognize our family and friends, and other spirit people and animals. Although if for whatever reason we should wish to use an appearance from one of our previous lifetimes, we are at liberty to do so. As we progress or retune ourselves to our higher self understanding, we will also recognize each other by our soul energies, regardless of our outward appearance. When I once asked a communicating spirit about how we visually appear to each other in spirit life, I was informed that although we usually appear as we think, that is as human, those who have progressed to higher spirit world levels may have ceased doing so, and may then appear to us like a wisp of fine mist. Although even at these higher levels they could, if they so wished, appear in a human form. Moving on to the term of ghost, and many if not most people on earth will, if they see a visiting spirit person, say they have seen a ghost. They would consider the terms spirit and ghost to mean the same thing. That is either someone returning from the spirit world, or the sighting of one classified as an earthbound spirit who for one reason or another, had not gone home to spirit life. However, these two terms can also be used in two different ways. The term spirit should naturally be used to refer to the sighting of a conscious living soul. The second, of ghost, can and sometimes is used to refer to the replay of events that once occurred. It is an interesting fact that upon the ether, which is the name given to the energy which fills all space, all events are imprinted, and they can, on occasions, be seen and heard to replay. This is particularly so if an event involved strong emotions, such as the scene of a murder or upon a battlefield. It also seems that certain atmospheric conditions, such as stormy nights when static electrical energy gathers in the atmosphere, provide particularly ideal conditions for imprinting events so strongly that upon our Earth level they may be seen to replay for people to see. Although this may only apply as something impressionable, such as the highly emotionally charged occasions, coincide. I cannot remember hearing any detailed spirit answer in relation to such ether replays. However, since everything is imprinted, it seems that if we tune our personal energies to the correct waveband of past events, we can indeed see what once happened. Some psychics and mediums do have this ability, to some degree at least. Therefore, to be clear in relation to the term ghost, the term would be better employed to refer to a replay of past events that do not involve the presence of a conscious spirit person. The absence of a conscious spirit person is the explanation of why a ghost figure may be seen to float down a corridor, with legs and feet appearing to run through and below the floor. Or one who is in midair, sometimes with their head going through the ceiling. Such figures are action replays of some event from the past. The actual person, the conscious living soul who was originally involved, is no longer present, so of course no conversation can be held with the apparition. The reason why a ghost figure may seem to be floating above a floor, or be seen with legs passing through and below, is because when the events actually took place, and were imprinted upon the ether, the original or previous building had floors at a different level to the present-day construction. The replay is frozen in the same space in the ether, it cannot adjust to the new or altered building. This is also why ghosts often appear to walk straight through a wall. When the event actually occurred and the imprint was made, there would have been a gap or a doorway in the spot they are seen to pass through. This, of course, is not to say a conscious living spirit, returning to visit Earth, could not also pass through a wall, for since they are on a higher level of vibration, they can.